It is a marriage of technology and tradition. A state-of-the-art stadium bringing open-air baseball back to Houston. From roof to roof, this ultimate playground for the boys of summer prepares to welcome Astros and fans to Enron Field, our new downtown diamond.
We are standing in the Rolls-Royce of baseball stadiums, Enron Field. It is the incredible new home of the Astros.
This majestic open-air ballpark has all the bells and whistles you can imagine, a vintage train, natural grass, and a roof that will allow fans to stargaze on and off the field.
And the playing field boasts some unprecedented dimensions, the shortest and the longest in Major League Baseball. Hello, everyone. I'm Greg Hurst, along with Lisa Ferranda and Giff Nielsen, and welcome to Enron Field. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of feel like a kid again because not only do we have baseball here in Houston, but we have it outdoors, it's on grass, and if it gets too hot, we can close the roof and turn on the AC.
That's true. It's not just for kids and the popcorn and all the good things that go along with it, but for adults, too. It's a beautiful place. 2 years, $248 million later, and we're standing right here just days before opening day.
Well, it is much more, as you well say, more than just for baseball fans. This place is for everyone. It is a real happening. But if you are a baseball fan, some interesting things in the outfield. 17 different angles could create some havoc with some of those outfielders. Could be some pretty exciting baseball.
Maybe it'll give us a home field advantage. At least we'll hope.
We're crossing our fingers.
Yeah. Well, you know, I talked about being a kid again, but really Enron Field has something for everyone because you step into this stadium and you really just marvel at everything that it has to offer.
Well, it is especially true for a group of 12-year-olds. We believe they are the first team to get a tour of this place. 11 Sports reporter Matt Musel allows us to go along.
The official name of the stadium is Enron Field at Union.
The young guys were totally jazzed as they walked up to the stadium, and they even got a sneak preview of the train engine running from the outside.
Oh my God! Oh, look at the choo-choo!
Then, after donning the obligatory hard hats, it was time to head inside. First, a quick look at the Union Station renovation.
This used to be the old train station that was built in 1911.
And then it was into the stadium itself.
Welcome to Enron Field.
Oh, you know I'm filming that. Look at that.
Pretty cool field, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's amazing. It's big and cool.
The one thing about these kids who grew up going to the Astrodome, they noticed instantly the more intimate setup of Enron.
I think it's pretty cool. I like the retractable roof and everything. Only problem is it looks smaller. Probably get more foul balls to get and catch.
Seeing Enron Field from the outfield seats is great, but of course, these little guys wanted to get closer to the action.
Who wants to go down to the dugout? Raise your hand.
And before you could say Abner Doubleday, these Pony Leaguers from Cy-Fair Sports Association became the first baseball team to ever set foot on Enron Field. But looking at the closeness of the left field wall, these guys started dreaming, and I mean big dreams. You think you can hit one out of here?
Yeah, this field looks pretty short. Yeah.
And it was easy to see what they liked best about the playing field.
This is real grass. This is the Astros dugout here.
And the rave reviews of Enron continue.
I think it's really cool. I like how the top opens in and out, so you can be indoors and outdoors.
I never thought it would be this big. It was like, whoa.
So maybe the paint won't be dry in some places, and yeah, the streets aren't perfect, and maybe parking will be a little bit of a hassle. But judging from the reaction of these young fellows, this truly is downtown Houston's new Field of Dreams. From the west side of Enron Field, I'm Matt Musel, 11 News.
Kids of all ages are going to love this next feature, though. You might want to call it the left field locomotive. It is a vintage 19th century train, sits high atop the left field wall at 800 feet of track. It's outfitted with all the bells and whistles you'd expect on a vintage locomotive. And let's take a live look at this train. It's one of the many new stadium surprises that are awaiting visitors to Enron Field. But if you like the train, y'all are going to love the scoreboard. It is the biggest in baseball with a video screen and closed captioning.
And also, one of the most anticipated features is the retractable roof. We're going to take a look at that in just a moment because it can open or close in under 20 minutes.
and exchanging artificial for the natural grass at home.
Ladies and gentlemen, and baseball fans everywhere, 11 News welcomes you to Enron Field, the new, exciting, open-air home of the Houston Astros.
Now, if you don't recognize that voice, you soon will, because you're going to hear it often. As a matter of fact, you're going to hear it at every home game. That's the voice of Bob Ford. He is the official Enron Field Stadium announcer. Welcome back to Enron Field. I tell you what, in just 3 days, our boys of summer take on the New York Yankees.
And everybody will know what's going on. You mentioned Bob Ford. There are 400 speakers in the seating areas, Greg, 975 under the concourses. So you'll be able to recognize that voice and know exactly what is going on during the course of a game. Now, just being here just shows you how impressive this field is. There is a special ambiance about where we're standing.
It really is special, and it's not just the grass infield. It's not just the retractable roof or the box seats or the concession stands. It's all of it rolled into one. And Jeremy Diesel is going to take us on a behind-the-scenes tour. He's up there in center field. Take it away, JD.
This is a view any fan can get used to. Drayton McClain already has.
I just love walking in the ballpark. It's high technology.
The Astros owner showed us around all the nooks and crannies, and there are plenty of surprises out of sight. It's always a bright sunny day in the Diamond Club. You're greeted by crystal sculpture, the Astro star at your feet, and serving staff at your beck and call. This game, lamb is on the menu. Just down the hall is the visitors' clubhouse. No concrete or shabby metal lockers here.
It doesn't seem like you're in a locker room when you're in here. It seems like you're in an office building when you're walking through here. It doesn't remind you of a locker room.
Even for the bad guys.
Even for the bad guys.
Steve Perry is in charge of making the visitors feel at home. That should be no problem. But you can't miss the home of the home team.
I tell people it's kind of like the Oval Office at the White House.
It looks more like a throne room, but it is oval, plush, and there's no doubt whose room it is. Hardwood and steel lockers, satellite TV, and more.
We think it's the best one in baseball. It continues the railroad theme, but in addition to that, it just has a good family feel.
It's just a short trip to the field, but along the way, there is space to warm up, take a swing, or maybe some coaching.
Right behind the dugout, we have a video camera that records every pitch and every at-bat our players make. Jeff Bagwell can bat, and if he didn't do well, he can go right behind the dugout and he can do a replay of his at-bat just at that time.
There are still sparks flying in left field. There's more to this wall than just wall. It might be a good view now from inside the left field wall, but come game time, every single one of these holes will be filled with a number or a name. That's because this is really a manual scoreboard, just like the good old days. Just in case the infield, or the mound, or the warning track get a little worse for wear, there's a stash of dirt for each hidden in the center field tunnel. The Astros construction manager has a favorite spot too, but it's right in plain view.
Up on the club level, looking out over the facility, able to see all the 42,000 fans in one of the corners. It's just a great view.
There are 42,000 of those. But just like any other high-tech new toy, be sure and read the instructions. Probably the most unique thing about the actual playing field is this. It's called Towles Hill, literally a 30-degree angle hill in play in the deepest part of center field. That flagpole you see there is also in play. That's because one of the things that the Astros tell us about this new park is that the most exciting play in baseball is the inside the park home run. There may be plenty of those, but there are definitely going to be plenty of standard-style home runs in this small park, and they've got it figured out how to keep track of those right here. The home run pump in center field. Starting on opening day, every home run hit will be recorded on this pump for posterity as long as this stadium is around, they say, and they've got room for at least 9,999 home runs, so I think they're going to try to score quite a bit. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jeremy. We're certainly looking forward to all that. And you thought you had a great view. I've got a great view down here on the first baseline. You know, it's been over 2 years since the first shovel of dirt was turned to make room for Enron Field. It all began back in October 22nd of 1997, when Jack Raines stepped up to the plate, hitting a home run for our new downtown diamond. And what would our diamond be without a spectacular scoreboard? It has got the bells and whistles, all of these wonderful gadgets. And 11 News reporter Carolyn Mungo tells us it does more than just go by the numbers.
Dixie Walker hangs one out for a clean base hit.
Back in the old days, when one person operated a scoreboard, it seems simple enough. I mean, how much more could you need? Welcome to $5 million more.
I knew it was going to be large. I didn't think it would be as large as it is.
Doug Swan has run the scoreboard for the Astros for the past 15 years.
Are you comfortable at all with how to set up RTD stuff, or you want me to go through that?
But here at Enron, he's training for a whole new ball game.
So I need to go into Sequence Designer.
It's a 100,000 bulb scoreboard, not to mention computerized animations that can run instantaneously on the color animation side.
I'm happy with that.
In a brand new room filled with high technology, we found workers still tweaking with days to go.
Oh, that's got a jump in it.
Yeah, it does.
Each revolution is about 30 frames.
Gonna have to have Deb redo it.
Longtime fans will remember the infamous home run spectacular at the Astrodome, an animated scoreboard show that died 12 years ago. Well, Doug's got good news.
We have recreated that as best we could. We are extremely happy with how it turned out.
One of the most impressive things out here at Enron Field might be the video board. It may look a lot crisper than your TV at home. That's because it is.
We can move him around, we can make him bigger.
Sharing space with the scoreboard guys is the man in charge of video.
We'll bring in the different camera angles. We can bring in replay machines.
He manages the massive high-definition television. It will take 7 people to operate this on game day.
We'll play highlight tapes from that, different player features.
And this is in a split second.
In a split second.
Baseball is now clearly more than just a game. It's entertainment.
It's become a show, and that's actually what we refer to it now. It's, all right, we're ready for the show tonight. We're trying to put on as good a show as we can.
Carolyn Mungo, 11 News.
Might change some kind of...
Yeah, in fact, they're calling the scoreboard a visual entertainment center, but you know what? It's going to provide fans with even more, because our own Dr. Neil Frank and the entire 11 News weather team will provide the Astrocast for every home game. So what that means is that in the 8th inning, the weather forecast from Dr. Neil and crew will keep people up to the minute for the drive home, as well as the next morning's weather outlook. Kind of a good deal, don't you think, Giff?
Well, I might have to go in there and help Doc with his forecast every now and then, but it is a real pleasure right now to introduce to you and to have Billy Burge with us. He is the chairman of the Harris County Houston Sports Authority. And Billy, can you believe this time is almost here? What an impressive sight.
It seems like just the other day, 27 months later, that this project was a piece of dirt and in an abandoned rail yard. So it's come a long way in a short time.
You know, Billy, you've traveled the country. You've seen other ballparks. How does this compare?
Let me tell you what, I was in San Francisco this weekend and toured the Giants Stadium. This due to open the day after we do. They start a year before we did, and they do not have a movable roof. They do not have air conditioning, and they're sweating to get their facility open. So my hat's off to the team that put this project together.
You've got to be impressed with the price. You kept it right where you wanted to.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, of all the stadiums that have been built in the last 5, 8, 10 years of this magnitude, cheapest cost per seat of any.
Now, I know you didn't get your swimming pool in center field, but there's so much more that this stadium has to offer. What do you think?
We got our party deck up there on the roof, so we're going to substitute the party deck for the swimming pool.
And I guarantee you everybody will be rocking and rolling. Billy, we appreciate you stopping by. It's going to be an unbelievable night on Thursday night. Can you believe it, Greg? Thursday night against the Yankees as they come in for this exhibition game. It'll be the first time in 35 years that baseball here in Houston, professional baseball, has been played outdoors.
And this is the way that a lot of people say baseball was meant to be played. We'll be back.
And that is the real deal, folks, natural grass. And there's been a lot of talk about what that means. A lot of people say natural grass signals a return to tradition. 11 News reporter Michael Barnes has more on the joys of playing on natural grass.
Is it deep enough?
Good catch, Matt.
Now the throw to the plate.
Oh, that was cool.
From the beginning, it's been an outdoor game.
And it is gone.
Throw it.
Played by kids of all ages.
He is out.
I just barely caught that one.
A game that was always meant to be played on grass.
But for years, the Astros used to play on this stuff, an artificial green carpet known as AstroTurf. But with the dome being history,
it's back to basics for the boys of summer.
Baseball, I think, was meant to play, outdoors.
Biggio scores.
Meant to play on dirt.
Up, and gone.
Meant to play on grass.
Meet Luke Jenkins, the main groundskeeper at Enron Field. Some people call him the natural.
I feel it a real honor to be the one to be a part of and be associated with having grass back for the Astros.
The grass is a tough hybrid Bermuda called 419 Tifway, found on many fairways and football fields. It's cut 3/4 of an inch thick.
We feel like it's going to hold up. It is a very dense and a very thick grass.
Although the grass was laid just 5 weeks ago, there's no hint that it's fresh sod. It's taken off, grown into a seamless blanket of green, a blanket which covers about 5 acres. That's all by design. Luke Jenkins and his grounds crew have worked 12 hours a day to make sure that everything is just right for opening day.
To us, there is an art to it.
Into center field.
Like artists, they sculpt the clay around home plate and cut the grass with exact precision.
To us, it's something we enjoy and it's something we take serious.
And their effort is appreciated by those who'll soon use it.
The sport's probably better on natural grass, and I'm glad that we're going to make the change.
For the natural, for Luke Jenkins and his grounds crew, getting back to baseball's roots is important.
What a huge win for Houston.
Not only for the players and coaches.
Yeah, how do you think that they're going to play on grass?
But also for the fans of all ages. Michael Barnes, 11 News.
Oh, and sitting here along the first base line, I have a beautiful view of that work of art, that natural grass. So I just need a box of popcorn, I need a Coke, and it's time to play ball, Giff.
Yeah, it sure is, Lisa, and you look like you're having a wonderful time. You just need some friends. That's all there is to it. The newness of Enron Field is not just here. It's also with the Astros organization. General Manager Jerry Hunsaker has been busy in the offseason. Mike Hampton is now in New York. He is a member of the Mets, while Carl Everett is a part of the Boston Red Sox organization. Well, 11 Sports reporter Butch Alcindor has been in Kissimmee with more on this year's team.
The throw down will not be in time.
If it looks like the troops are on the move, it's because they are. The Astros are leaving training camp with a lot of new faces in new uniforms.
If you just keep the same guys every time, I think sometimes you get a little stale and you might go into decline. So I think it's good to change the mix.
The Astros have added pitchers Octavio Dotel and a veteran who knows what it takes to win, Dwight Gooden.
At this time in my career, that's what it's all about, winning. Again, that's the most important thing to me, and hopefully I can fit in here and help this club.
They know what I can do and what I cannot do. So I just want to be ready and put in ready for the season.
I believe our year is going to come down to pitching and defense.
And that brings us to...
Oh, my God, it's Lima time, baby. Believe it.
21-game winner Jose Lima and Shane Reynolds are the men on the hot seat in the rotation. A lot is expected from them, but that's nothing new.
That's been like the last 3 or 4 years in a row, if you think about it. We lost DK after winning 19 games. We lost Randy Johnson. What are we going to do? Well, me, Hampton, Lehman, and Holt, and some other guys pitched in. We found it. We won again. This year's the same thing.
They say that I don't know if Lima's going to probably fall apart, and it's going to be probably 2-year fluke. For those people, for information, no matter what you say, it's going to be Lima time. You're not going to change my attitude.
Meanwhile, the Central Division has undergone an upgrade. Ken Griffey Jr. is now smacking the ball in Cincinnati. Darryl Kyle has moved down to St. Louis, joining the home run king, big Mark McGwire, and Swinging Sammy is still in Chicago. But the Astros have their own star power.
We got Bagwell, so we don't have to worry about
Griffey, and I mean, it's not a one-man competition.
Another positive thing is we get a Lou back. We didn't have him all last year. That's just like making a big trade and getting a power run producer in left field.
It looks like a power-packed division, so we'll just have to see how it plays out.
Bad boys are always in black, so maybe we can pull out something this year.
With new uniforms, a new stadium, and top-notch competition, the 2000 season for the Astros promises to be anything but boring. Butch Alcindor, 11 Sports.
Well, those guys are certainly going to be excited to come back home and play against the Yankees on Thursday and Friday, and then, of course, the Rangers on Saturday. But the first regular season home opener will be on the 7th against the Phillies. Greg?
I'm ready to play ball. And we will have more from Enron Field and our downtown diamond in just a moment.
Well, I certainly cannot wait for Thursday night. Nolan Ryan is throwing out the first pitch, and Lyle Levitt's going to be singing the national anthem.
One of our crew members said it best. Now, after seeing this place, I don't need to go back to the Astrodome.
Yeah, it should really be a special night. I tell you what, if you love baseball, you'll love the grass, you'll love the Astros. It should be a great night.
I got a surprise for you guys. Here's a baseball cap for you.
We're ready to go.
Baseball cap. Put that cap on, man.
We're ready to go.
We got to get into this baseball stuff. It's here.
All right, let's play ball. We'll see you at the ballpark.
You bet.
Why not?
Good night.